Uppy, uppy, uppy. It's one funny morning. I'm Dana Blizzard, and it's too early in the morning. This is the dumbest show in the whole world.
From Monday
to Friday. Sometimes on Saturdays.
Why would you say that in front of all these people?
Dean stinks.
You never know what's gonna happen.
That's your Dateline voice?
I don't know.
It wasn't good.
It wasn't.
It's not a chicken leg. This is a chicken leg.
Look at that manhole cover on my face.
Not a bad rendition of me. Hold on.
We know your brother. We'll give you a ride to school or whatever.
That's called
our
murder
small
in New Jersey.
he was a lot
Like
with his everything.
Oh.
What's outside your Puerta de Clima?
That's Stella! Yeah!
Good morning. Dina asked for videos of happy places. I thought I'd show you mine. I'm only going to show Bacon, my dog, because, ew, who'd want to see me? This is my tiny backyard. I love it here. I sit, I relax. I have a wonderful time. There's my flowers, Dina. Well, some of them. The only ones blooming right now. There's not much to it. That's my wildflower garden. It's coming up well. Hopefully, soon we'll have flowers. And I'm not bougie. I don't have a fountain, but I do have a bird bath that makes quite the mess. Anyway, it's time for Dina. Uppy, uppy, uppy.
I love that. That was Terry's special spot. Our first special spot of the week. Good morning, everybody. I know, that was so beautiful. I did see that little bird bath thing the other day. I was like, girl, we got to get a bird bath. Because somebody had literally bought something at like Michael's or something that was just kind of flat like that. And then you can just buy that bird bath thing on Amazon. You just stick it in there and it works. I think it's solar too. I know. Oh, Anna, maybe we can catch up. I didn't know you was going to be in town. So good morning, everybody. I kind of wish I knew where Terry was from, because her backyard is so pretty. Is that the Midwest somewhere? I have no idea. But how pretty that is. And I love that she has a wildflower garden. And I'm starving, by the way, so I'm making breakfast as we talk. I have to wait till I show you my special spot. It's down the shore. Is a lot nicer than one I have up here. All right, done. I want to see all your special spots. Why is she going to say it like that? So good morning. I do need a bird bath. I know. I don't know. None of the birds ever try to get into the fountain. I don't know if they just know. I know you do. Is it substitute smoothie day for right now? If we have time, Brian, we'll do a smoothie. We just didn't put one recipe out. And you know what? Because of the holiday, I'm just behind. Please do a video from Fire Island. But please, if you're going to send a video, make sure you tell us where you are getting, where you're chiming in from, so we can decide if we want to move there. I'm basing a lot of things about your special spot and where you live and whether I would consider moving there. I would. I don't know where Terry is, but that was beautiful. And her dog, did she say her dog's name was Bacon? That's hilarious. So what's up, everybody? Just so you know, I was on time, but we are having internet difficulties today. So hopefully everything works out. Bonjour, just out of the shower. LaFive, do we have any more videos before I see you in Quebec, which is now less than a month away? It feels very crazy to say that. That we are very close to heading to Quebec. It's very exciting. Before that, we are planning Brooke's birthday. celebration, girl. She gonna be 21. She gonna be 21, the baby. So she's making plans for what we're gonna do, which surprisingly doesn't involve me at all, which I thought was weird. Does anybody else feel like they are an integral part of their child's life and their child just tries to get away from them? Is that normal? Because I think it's not. I think it's super weird, and I tell her that. And I was like, where are we going for your birthday? Silence. What are we doing to celebrate together as mother and daughter? So weird, no answer. Hold on. I'm just trying to clean these. I'm so hungry. So I gotta fry them up. I know. I do have one that first. Oh, I love it. Stephanie, show it to me. Jane, it's coming together. So today the hood goes in. There's no hood for this oven. So the hood will go in today, which will be like, yeah. Brooke is 21, Shakendra, and that means we old. When your baby's 21, you're basically done. You should just go lay in a field and someone will just come and take you away. You've done your job. I think we look great for having a 21-year-old. You know what I'm saying? We look great. And I tell my kids that. On a chaperone's dad's response was, "Let me live, Mom." Shut up, Anne-Marie. He said that. He's 8th grade. He wanted to chaperone. His response was, "Let me live." Me and my mom got a chunk of champagne on my 21st. That's what I said. I have 3 videos ready to go by Friday. Okay. That's the kind of hustle we're looking for, the 5. So yeah, so Quebec is coming up. Brooke's birthday is coming up. I got gigs coming up. So busy. My baby just turned 30. What? The kitchen definitely has the shore vibe now. You think it has a shore? What makes it feel like a shore vibe? You'll have to tell me, Judy. Is it just because of the backsplash? The backsplash at the shore is just white. This one's a little different. At my last doctor's appointment, my doctor said I had aged well. I'll take it. How old are your other 2? 23 and 26. Dean is 25. Jacqueline just turned 23. And then Brooke will be 21. So they're approximately 2 years apart. Dean will be 26 at the end of the year. So yeah. Looking great, but these bones are cracking. Girl, I hear you. Did you ever just like move about your day and you hear a crack so loud, you're like, is that me? My body just break in half? It did. I know, time flies. Dean's gonna be 26. And wants a few weeks off to travel to Chile and Costa Rica. We wish our children do well and do what they love. But why am I so sad and worried? Stephanie, it's the circle of life. You want me to sing it? It's the circle of life. That's it. That's all I can sing. But yeah, you're supposed to act like here's what's funny, Stephanie. And then when they get real old, you're supposed to act like you've never met them before in your life and that they have no mother. And unless they need money, in which case you should show up immediately and give them money. That's what I have figured. I think it's weird, but we're making peppers and eggs. The color of the window, the back of the stone countertops, lovely with the colors you chose. Judy, I'm going to tell you something. I don't know if you remember or if I said it, but I was going to get rid of this countertop because in the other kitchen, it was like a lot. And I was like, I can't do it because there were so competing things in this kitchen to look at. And I was like, I can't do it. And then I realized I didn't have any money to replace it. It's like a thing. Can't put a sink in without a countertop. So I was like, let's just leave it. So the big thing was trying to find a backsplash that wouldn't compete with this countertop. And so, all the kids and Jason are like, the kitchen is very neutral now. I go, listen, considering what we started with, the goal was to get everything back to neutrals. You want all of your countertops, backsplash, cabinet, neutrals. And then if you want, you can add a blender that's a pop of color. You can put a picture, we got to think about when we put a picture, something's going to be there. I don't know what it is, but I don't want nothing. I don't want to know nothing about, no, let's paint these cabinets purple. Stop it. What did you do to that kitchen so far? A lot, Jackie. I say a lot, but I honestly didn't buy a lot of things. I really, the budget was already killing me with just trying to get the kitchen up and running. So I had to buy an oven because that other one was broken, but I used the other one. I moved it to the carriage house. So when I say broken, there was a double oven. It looked like this, but it was a double oven, and only one of the bigger oven works. The warming oven doesn't work. So I'm like, that's just what you get. You don't get two ovens. Anyway, so I'm trying to renew, reuse, recycle. Is that what it is? So the oven is new, but we recycled it to the carriage house. This island top is new, but the cabinets aren't. They were on the other side of the kitchen. So I'm going to show you everything, I swear. When it's done, the door is going to be put in today, and then that should be able to show it to you. Yeah, and the age of the house. Well, that was the other thing, is that, is this your old house or Jason? No, this is Jason. This is that's what we're supposed to say, Vanessa. This is our house. No, it's not. It's really just Jason. But it's ours. It's not mine. But it's the universal out. It's yours. It's ours. But yes, it was built in 1909, and so it has a colonial feel to it, and so I was like, I want it. I like the neutrals in here, and so it works. So yeah. So anyway, let's get these peppers going so we can have eggs and peppers because we're starving. And you're gonna show us when it's done like that, or the boat. What, Jill? What? Jill's feisty. Look at Jill coming at me. Look at her coming at me. What did it look like before? Yeah, I don't think you saw just this view of what it looked before. So it had these countertops. It had these tiny squares that were all different colors that definitely competed with this countertop. These cabinets were all dark. These are the same cabinets. We did not replace them because there's no money for that. Did you think you'd be here? Does it feel weird to say hours from how you were before? It does, but I think that, the part of my life that I'm in now is very different than where I was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, right? I think, when going through a divorce, I don't think that you can ever see another life for yourself other than the crap hole that you're in. Raise your hand if you can relate to that. When you're at a place, don't cheer her on, Shakendra. You know, when you're in a place where you're like, I don't like it here, and I would like it to be different. And you have no idea of what that different could look like. You just know that it's got to be different, and it's scary, and you're not really sure what you're doing. So to be there and have to go through that, and there's no shortcut to that. There's no easy way around that. It's just crappy. And then to see where you are, and I definitely don't see anything good. Yeah. Yeah, no, Sherry, it's a big thing. And so to be here now and then like say like, does it feel weird? Yeah, I think it still feels weird, but I think it's probably weird for him too. You know, I mean, I think anytime you're bringing two families together and it's new for everybody, it's new for you, it's new for them, it's new for kids. So yeah, I think you have to be like purposeful about your words. Like this is our house. Mm-hmm. Did you figure out if you needed to change things in yourself? Yeah. Tanya, that's the part that I think, you know, like as I'm writing the book, that's why it's so hard, Jill, Shakendra, is because you got to think about what you can change, which is not fun. Mm-hmm. Carrie, rip it out. I'll come help you rip it out. Mm-hmm. We met on Bumble. It took me years to start seeing how much better it would be. 7 years now in life is pretty good. Not easy. Brian's like, what book? Oh, Brian, there's a book. Don't bring it up. Brings up a lot of negative energy. It's fine. It's fine, you guys. She's gonna work it out. But yeah. Jason works. He leaves and he goes to work. And then he comes home and I go, look what I ripped out today. Like that. Mm-hmm. But it's been good. I think everybody figuring it out. Mm-hmm. You're so brave to go online to meet. Yeah, Lisa, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But it was funny. Like somebody said to me the other day, they're like, I'm kind of sad that I didn't get to do internet dating because it just seems so fun. I'm like, well, you are clearly getting the wrong idea because I don't know that I would say it was fun. I think it was funny now in retrospect, but yeah. I do miss the broken cabinets. Yeah, from the Jen, they're still there. Mm-hmm. Yeah. No, the kitchen's not quite done. Once there's a door that needs to go in, there's lights that are going in later today. Yeah. So, good morning, Jim. How are you? Jim, I saw another cuckoo clock online. It said it was broken. I was like, that means nothing. I got a guy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tanya, it's no joke. There are definitely a lot of crappy times in between now and then for sure. But does anybody else can't eat like all the yolks? Yeah. Where are you, Dina? We're in the kitchen. Pete and I met on our time. Same thing. I am, Carol. All good. Diane, maybe I'll just come up and do a day trip up there. I feel like it's been too many years that I said I'm coming to Fire Island. They show me what I want and I don't want. Luckily, I found a needle in the haystack. That's right, Janice. You gotta go on some bad dates to know when you're on a good one, right? That's what they say. I don't know who the they is, but that's what they say. All of them, they just wanted sex, said Dean. What? Dean? Look, Dean is chiming in with the male perspective. He said he tried internet dating and all the ladies wanted was sex. All right, Dean. Well, what about I was going to say I was on Christian Mingle and I did not like that. Well, let me just tell you, Dean, I don't think that is the case overall. I think that there are a lot of ladies that are looking to move slow and see where things go. And I think a lot of women feel like that's what guys want. My mom would say, have to deal with thorns to get the rose. Yeah. Never been on a date in my life. What? Lisa, what are you talking about? Lisa, please expand. What does that mean? Dean's here. Oh, Dean's on YouTube. You probably can't see what he's saying. Lisa, what does that mean? Met on plenty of fish. Found him coming up in 7 years. So amazing. Gets better every year. That's so beautiful. I'm teasing, but it's true, said Dean. I believe you. I think, and I'm not saying that, that that's always a bad thing. I'm just saying, never ever, swear to God. Lisa, are you married? Did you meet somebody and then just marry them? Or you content, you're living your dream and you're like, I don't need anybody, I don't want it. Where are you, Lisa? How many eggs do we have? That looks like 8. I would love to hear everybody's philosophies. Because there are some people that are like, listen, my life is full. I'm just looking for a friend with benefits, which is fine. You do you. But you just got to find a partner that matches your vibe. Girl, you got a vibe. What's your vibe? Yeah, Kathy, I can't eat them because I don't have a gallbladder. They make me really sick if I have too many egg yolks. My stomach can't take it. I know it seems wasteful, but I can't. Girl, it smells so good. Yeah. No, this is the eggs for the week. Took a break. I felt like I wasn't ready, said Lisa Finn. Lisa said, happily divorced, married the first person I met. We never dated. We were young. All right, Lisa. Well, maybe it's time. And I'm not saying a formal date, join a group or something. Sometimes the best dates are the ones you don't even know you're on. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah, Sherry, this is Jason's house. I'm just saying, I was on the dating apps and I was getting sick of them. And I was like, I'm just going to start joining some groups. And they said that if you hate dating apps, then go join things that you like to do. Say you like to go hiking, you want to go do this, you want to go do that. And chances are you might find somebody that's like, I'm doing the same thing on my own. I'm done with the apps. And then next thing you know, you're hiking, you're on a date, you don't even know it. You meet the love of your life. But I can tell you what doesn't happen is you don't go nowhere and they find you. Shakendra, I do not love being single. Independence is overrated. Girl, you're not wrong. Sometimes you're not wrong. So, everybody got to figure out where they need to be. or join a lunch bunch. Yeah, you never know what you're going to find at lunch bunch. Renters come in next month till Labor Day weekend. September's beautiful. I might have some dates in July when I don't have them sent out. All right. Yeah. Yeah. Listen, you never know when magic is going to hit. You don't know. There might be a sexy man looking for you right now. There's so much bread in me. So much bread. Go hang out at the Dunkin' Donuts. That was me. Married first. First real boyfriend. Don't recommend it. Divorced. Ended up with 2 great kids and 4 grandkids. Happy on my own. That's Pat. Now Pat, she's a bebopper. She'll go. She does things. But I'm just saying, Pat, join a group. Join a lunch bunch. If you put in a honey door, they just appear. Do you think the love of your life can change depending on phases of life? Yes, Viola. I think it's interesting, like who we choose in our 20s, right? Which is when most of us kind of like settle down. And who we choose in our 40s seems like real different people, right? Like, I know, like, what I wanted in my 20s, I don't even know if I thought to myself, this is what I want. I don't even know. In my 20s, I was like, he's cute. What do you know in your 20s? Yeah, here's Curly Top. After I'm recovered, I'm going to seek out groups and the apps. I'm so tired of being alone. Yeah, I think that's great. Do both. You never know what's going to happen. Yeah. I knew an older gentleman whose wife passed away. He was going to pay for someone to hug him. It's a thing. Kim, I just saw that. It was in New York. And this guy, she was married. And she said, my husband, I don't know where they lived, but they had an apartment in New York as well. And she was an actress. So she would come up, for like maybe a week here or there to do auditions. And that she started utilizing a hugging service where a man would come to her house and snuggle with her for 45 minutes, and she would pay this service. And the husband was fine with it. The husband was like, listen, I know that she needs physical touch and that there's nothing sexual about it. And and it showed the video of the husband talking and saying that's what she needs. He's fine with it. And then it showed a video of her and this guy just snuggling. And the husband was like, I'm fine with it. I know that there's nothing sexual happening. And I know what she needs as a person, and I'm fine with it. And we have open conversations about it. And I was like, girl, what are you talking about? I want a cook, a cleaner, and a good bed maker. Dean, it sounds like you want a maid. You don't need a girlfriend, Dean. You just need to get a cleaning lady. I feel like we got to work on these needs, Dean. Because ain't no woman going, you know what I would love to do? Cook, clean, and make a bed. We're going to need to work on your opening line. Yeah. I don't know if I want to start looking. I miss the companionship, but I don't want to lose what I've gained after my relationship, said Ollie. Ollie, I hear you. And I will say that there are so many times, like, I remember one day I told you my biggest thing was taking out the trash. I would fall apart every time I took out the trash. I'd cry hysterical. Because I never did that job. And it wasn't that I didn't want to do the job. It was just this idea that I no longer had this partner to take the trash out. Now, why that? But I would cry every time I did it. And I would do it, and I would put on power music. I put on some Lizzo. I had to be like ready. I had to be like special outfit. No, I didn't. But I was like, I gotta be. And I would do it, and I would cry. And I would tell Jason that I would cry every time I do it. And then he was like, I could just take the trash out. And Allie, my head swung around. I go, you can't take the trash out. And he goes, yeah, I could just take it out. I go, you can't. Do you know how long it's taken me to not cry taking the trash out? Like, this is me, like, I'm a big girl and I need to take the trash out by myself. And I wouldn't let him take the trash out until, he started coming over. And before he would come in the house, he would take the trash out or he'd bring the trash back in. And then I realized, I think I can let this go. Yeah. And I was like, I think that it was, like I needed to do it for my own growth. But then I think I had to learn that it was okay to have a partner again, and that it didn't take away from me being independent. I think that that's a really important process, like taking on everything is like a big deal, just emotionally and financially and all of the things. But just kind of learning, like, when the time comes, if you meet the right person, that it's okay to put your guard back down a little bit. You know what I mean? It's a very, very weird thing. It's a process. Yeah. It's a process. Girl, look at these peppers. They look so good. All right, so now we're going to put these eggs in for a little bit on their own, and then we'll put the peppers back in. Girl. Hold on, I gotta focus. Hold up. Now, if I was really cool, there'd be like a camera over top that I could switch to and be like, now we're gonna go to the peppers. Girl, maybe I'll do that. Once everything's in shape, maybe we'll do like real cooking shows where I cook stuff that I don't really know how to cook and we just see if it works. Girl, this looks so good. Let's just let that cook a bit. Yeah, it took me 50 years to learn that letting someone else be strong doesn't make you weak, right? Yeah. So who takes the trash out now that you've been there? Girl, I'm not taking no trash out anymore. Mary, look at my face. Girl, I make peppers and eggs. I just started learning all I can learn on my own. Most I can, but some I don't want to. Girl, that's when you cry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. And then the tampon box Jenga. And I was like, are you going to take this trash out? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Like needing a new say unit and getting opinions. Meredith, you don't need help with that. You could do it. That's easy. Listen, rule number 1, get 3 estimates on everything. Rule number 2, somebody gives you a Nikki vibe, believe it. Don't invite them back. Number 3, don't ever pay anybody any money up front. If they need money up front, they are not running a business that's viable. When half the work is done, you'll give them half the money. When all the work is done, you'll give them the balance of the money. What kind of warranty are they giving you? Do they stand by their work? If you find a contractor you like and you need a different contractor, say you have an electrician you really like, but you need a plumber, ask your electrician. They all know each other. Girl, I could do classes on that. Yeah, I will. That's what my Instagram is going to be. Girl, look at this. Oh my goodness. So excited. All right. Isn't that cool? Let's toast this bread. Girl, we're doing a great job. I'm so hungry. All right. I enjoy taking trash out and everything else with it. That's good. I am good solo. Well, Mary, then you do you. But here's what I say. If you're good solo and you meet somebody else who's good solo, yes. You know what I'm talking about? Like that was important to me. Like I didn't want to date until I was good solo. I didn't want to go from one relationship to another. I wanted to figure myself out. Mm-hmm. Sherry said, people need partners. I think it's a societal problem. Americans seem to view relationships as partnerships. Big difference. And I wish I wouldn't. Oh, don't seem to view relationships as partnerships. Big difference. I sure wish I wouldn't have wasted so much time on a person who wasn't interested in being a partner in all things in our life. I use the word partnership so much, Sherry. So much. Mm-hmm. This is silly, but I've only ever had green peppers, never the other colors. Do they all taste different? Maybe some are a little sweeter, but not that much different. No, you can just throw them all in. I have heard like maybe the yellow and the red are a little sweeter than the green, but not that much. I've been told I'm too independent. Where's the man that wants to help? Do I just let these things pile up like the trash? Yeah, no, I'm not interested in any man that thinks I'm too independent. If a man thinks you're too independent, what does that even mean? I feel like you should be taking care of each other. And in order for anybody to do that, you've got to be independent. I don't know. Right? Like, how does everybody feel about that part? I know I'm too independent and I love it. I don't think there's such a thing as being too independent. It means you can take care of your own ass self. What? How is that? Is he taking care of himself? Is he too independent? I don't know. Mm-hmm. I thought you put sausage meat with the peppers. Sometimes I'll do sausage and peppers, Judy. But this in the mornings I have eggs and peppers. Mm-hmm. So yeah, they're both really good. Tell my husband that about the money. I never give money up front. Yeah, we argue about it all the time. You should never give money up front. After losing my husband, the hardest task is raising my daughter alone. And you know what, Diane? I bet that if your husband was here, he'd say, you're doing a great job. You're doing all the things right. All the things he would have done. And you're doing a great job. I mean, that's what I think it is. I mean, even even as we kind of move forward and you think about kind of a blending of family and you're like, okay, well, what if something happened to either of us? Like, are we gonna be like making sure all of our kids are okay? It's like a lot. It's a lot to think of. I was solo so long that I had a hard time allowing someone else to take out the trash. That's what I'm saying. The good ones are taken. It's all good. I have my children. Lisa Rapinati. Lisa Rapinati, listen to me. Look at my face. You sound like a lovely person, but I do not believe that all the good ones are taken. Because if that's what you believe, that means that there's a person out there who's a good one, a nice fella who's a good one. He's out there going, no, all the good ones are taken. And you're just taking it off the plate. You're a good one. And you're taking yourself out of commission. Yeah. Trina, it's so good. I would not get married again, but I would like a partner. Yeah. I think that's how a lot of post-divorce people feel. Like, I think a partnership is a good thing. I don't know where I am on the marriage thing. I'm independent and my guy travels for work, and I'm good solo, so it works for us. We get so many questions and feedback from others who don't understand how we can be far away from each other for weeks. I think it's just because everybody has a different, feeling about being away. Like, wouldn't you rather be like away from somebody, but this is your person? You're like, I would love to even have you even part of the time when we can, than not have you in my life at all. I think too many people feel like finding a man is the end goal. That is not the case for me. I agree. But I think that that's what it comes down to when you say, like, do you feel like you're in a good place as a person? Like, if you feel like you're in a good place as a person, just emotionally, financially, like, are you happy with what you're doing in your life and your job? Then to me, that's the best place, because if you find somebody who's in that same place, then great. And if you don't, you're like, I'm still good, but I think, I don't know. I really do. I think, and like I said, there were some really awful dates I was on. But, I do feel like I met a person that was at a place in their life where they were like, I'm good, but I really would be better with you. That's nice. Yeah, Kathy. And that's hard, especially if you're with somebody where you don't have shared visions about what your partnership looks like. Erin, it does smell amazing. Hold on, let me get my plate. This toaster burns all the bread every single time. Girl. We are doing a great job. I love peppers and eggs. My husband thinks I'm weird. Eileen, it's so good. Feels like it's hard to not be independent and then rely on somebody if they rely on you all the time. Hard to rewire that part of your brain, especially if a spouse has health conditions and stuff. That is hard. Yeah. I'm set in my ways. I've been burned too many times. Now I just exist on my own, said Brian. Well, Brian, that's a choice. That is a choice. But you never know. Maybe somebody would like your ways. Or maybe you'd give a little for the right person. You don't know, you guys. They say if you're very independent, it's a defense mechanism due to not being able to rely on anyone and always being let down by an individual or partner. Interesting. Good morning, Mark Peterson. Happy morning. Happy Wednesday. My husband gave the squirrel guy $400 up front the other day. He hasn't caught one. We are still fighting about it. Why are these people all giving money up front? You don't give people money up front. Would you give your kid money up front to do the dishes? Stop it. Stop giving people money up front. They're like, well, how am I going to do it? Can you give me half the money? Like, did you catch half a squirrel? Catch something. And then we'll settle up. I'm not going to give you... Norma, right? Norma said, when I lost my husband, I had a hard time taking out the trash. It still sucks. Norma, I get you at my core. I get you. Here's what I want you to try, Norma. Put on some Lizzo. Put in your earphones. I had a whole setup, Norma. I had a whole setup. I put music on, put my Lizzo. I was like, oh, this is a power move. What I'm doing right now is a power move. And I would take the trash out at the same time every week, so I knew it was coming. And it was funny, Norma, because in my mind, like I would take the trash out and then come back in the house, put all the trash bags in again. And then the next day I'd be like, oh, look, somebody came and took the trash out. Like it wasn't me. Like I got a service. But I would do it all in one day and I would do it. And that's just me and you, Norma. But I get you. We were married 59 years when my husband died. So for 4 years, I have been on my own. I can't picture myself with anyone else. Well, Ginny, that's understandable. And you got to move at your pace whenever you're ready. But just know, I think that especially if you've been married for 59 years, you may be near Diana's age. And there's something important just about companionship, even if it's not anything that's, sexual or touching. You can have a no-touch relationship, Ginny, and they're lovely. You got to join the lunch bunches and you got to go and I think it's really important to be just doing stuff with people. Yeah. Starting over at 47 with a 9-year-old and a 4-year-old who is autistic is hard on its own. Don't think I'd ever find a man that would be all in on that. It's okay because I'm all in. Love these kiddos. Holly, I think that is so beautiful that you are so dedicated. But I'm going to tell you, I think that there are some really lovely men out there that would love everything, all of it. Girl, I came with 3 kids, 3 dogs, piano, Diana, her boyfriend. It was a lot. And like there are times where I ever just look at your person and be like, are you sure you want all this? All this. Because you just look around, you look at your train, you're like, my train is full. You sure you want the whole train? Because the whole train is coming. I'm like, yeah. Yep. And you're like, you sure? You got to ask somebody like 7 times. Mm-hmm. What about someone who's not giving enough, like before you know? You mean like you're with somebody and they're maybe not the partner you thought they were going to be? That's decision time. Mm-hmm. How long have you been married? Are you talking to me, Kathy? I was married 24 years. So, and that's not a little bit. I meet a lot of people who are divorced and they're like, I was married 7 years, married 10 years. I'm like, yeah. I don't know why divorce seems more acceptable in a short periods of time, but I think you're starting to see more and more people are married 24, 25 years, 30 years, 35 years, You won't, Ollie. Ollie, you got a master's now. You got a life. Girl, you never gonna lose it. That's the thing I think you should. If you got yourself here, Ollie, you will never lose yourself. Because you can leave. You know that if not in a good situation for yourself, it would be easier for you to put yourself first. And I think that that's important. Yeah. My fellow and I don't live together as we own homes, and it works, but we come together at each other's houses and go our separate ways. My mom thinks it's crazy. I think it's great. You do you. Mm-hmm. We have a great way of finding. Oh, that's nice. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. Nicole, it's not good. I thought I found Mr. Right until I found out he was married. Girl. Yeah. My husband tried to send a check to the company doing our remodel. I told him, don't do it until it's 100% finished. So Kezia, I would say when it comes to big projects, a lot of times people say, we're halfway through. Can you give us halfway? And as long as you agree on what that halfway point is, or do it in thirds, be like, I can do it in thirds. But most, to be fair, just to make sure that your contractor is protected, they're like, I don't want to do this whole job and like you owe me $25,000 and then you don't pay. Like, you got to be fair on both sides. So I don't mind paying like a third or a half, but I won't pay up front. To be really honest, I'm in my 70s. I'm afraid men my age or older will be ill health shortly. I don't want to watch someone decline again. That's fair, Barbara. I think that's fair, but I think that, I know that, where my mom is, that they're enjoying each other's company companionship wise. But, there are certain things in life that life is life and death and the circle of life. And, do you want to enjoy that time with somebody? And then, you have to kind of go maybe through that part where you lose them. But, you can say that at any age. I get it. It's obviously, might happen more often in the older years, but I don't know. I think I would rather just enjoy people while they're here. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Customers are often asking if I want anything up front. I say, no, I'll bill you when I'm done. I know you where you live, said Jim Wagner. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Gina, I put you in charge of finding my person. Lisa, we need to put you on the app. Just try it out. No harm, no foul. Listen, at least you'll have good stories. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I love that all this conversation started with me making peppers and eggs. Mm-hmm. My parents divorced 1 month before their 25th anniversary. Mm-hmm. One of the hardest things for me when I lost my husband was pumping my own gas. I know it sounds silly, but for 20 years he did it for me. The first time I had to do it, I cried like a baby. Sandra, I'm telling you, there's certain things as you move through it. I remember the first time I went and I had to get blood work and they were like, do you have insurance? And I just started crying. And I did, but in my mind, it's Cobra. Like I'm still on Cobra. And so I was like, it's going to be gone soon and I don't know how I'm going to afford it. And like 20 million things start to enter your mind, right? Totally get it. And then you have to explain to people why you're hysterical crying. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Trina, that's true. Mm-hmm. I divorced him after 25 years. I stayed way too long, said Lisa. Rapinato. Such a good name. Yeah. So, all right. Well, listen, I gotta go eat because this looks great. Let me plate it up like they do in the fancy restaurants. Hold on. All right. I know this is sacrilegious, but I'm putting ketchup on it because that's how I roll, and that'll gross a lot of you out, and that's because you don't understand what's good. All right. Here we go. Girl, I can't wait. This is so good. I know a lot of people said they can't eat peppers, which is, I feel bad. I can't have gluten, so everybody has different joy, but this is like the best. All right. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at it. We're going to put this on top. Girl, who is having pepper and egg sandwich? Mm-hmm. So good. All right, listen, maybe we'll try to do a smoothie tomorrow if I can get my life together. But listen, start your day with peppers and eggs. You never know. It's going to lead to all these conversations about your love life or lack of a love life, and who cares if you have a love life, whatever. You do you. But for anybody that's out there, that's like, hey, maybe I should put myself out there. Join a meetup group. It doesn't have to be a dating. Just go get yourself companion-ish stuff. Take the trash out. Live a little. It's exciting. All right, that's it. Tonight is open mic for anybody that wants to join us. Kendra's so excited. And we have open mic tonight. Missy will be there, the regular gang. And yeah, if not, I'll see you tomorrow morning. But thanks for watching every day, everybody. Like Judy from Saskatoon and Good Time Andrew say, get out there. Find some companionship. They say it all the time. So that's it. Have a great day. Blessed day. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.
Hey guys, if you enjoyed today's morning show, make sure to follow us for more One Funny Mother content.
Okay, all right. Morse code is tapping.
And check out OneFunnyMotherStore.com for great new inappropriate swag. And for more exclusive content, consider becoming a supporter.
She got a bad leg.
Thanks again, and we'll see you tomorrow on